middle finger on your left hand and your thumb are going to just lightly press together. And then you're going to rest the back of your hands, palms up on your thighs. Make sure that you're comfortable in your chair. Shoulder blades are relaxed, your shoulders are relaxed. You're breathing. Close your eyes if that makes you feel comfortable. I want you to imagine from the root of those fingers touching that you imagine a spark of electricity running throughout your whole body's electrical system, through your nervous system. And it's working efficiently and effectively, and it's energizing your body. Some people like to imagine a white light or a blue light. Some people imagine a sense of warmth, perhaps. But just imagine this is flowing through your arms, up your shoulders, into your head, down through your body, through your hips, your legs, to your feet, and it just is completing that circle just as any electrical circuit would do. So just imagine this electricity, this energy in your body, your electrical system that tells your muscles how to work, working very efficiently and effectively. Notice your breathing. Try to keep your inhales and your exhales the same length. See if you can notice any sensations in your body, any tingling, any sense of movement. And now let's release that mudra. Maybe move your fingers. Let's in fact massage our hand a little bit. So take your right hand, grab your thumb, pull gently so that you're releasing or creating some space in the joint at the base of your thumb. And then slowly, as if anyone's ever milked a cow, as if you're milking your thumb. So you're just gently massaging it. And then we're going to move on to our pointer finger. You're going to pull gently so you feel the sense of creating some space in the joint at the base of that finger. And then just massage that finger all the way to the end. Let's move to our middle finger. Gently pull that finger away to create some space in that joint, and then just massage that finger. Move to your ring finger, gently pull on that finger just to create some space, and then slowly massage all the way to the end of the finger. And then you're going to come to your little finger, your pinky, pull on that gently, and massage it. And then let's move to the other side. So you might notice that your hand feels, if you compare both hands, you might notice that the hand that you just massaged feels a little looser. So let's pull on our thumb, just gently pull so that you're creating some space in the joint at the base of the thumb. And then as you're massaging, you're also just gently pulling, but it's a very gentle pull. Now let's move to the pointer finger. You're pulling to create some space. Then massage gently. Move to your middle finger, pull, create some space in that joint. And then massage that finger. Move to your ring finger, gently pull, massage that finger. And then move to your pinky, gently pull, and then massage as you come to the end. Now let's clasp our hands together. So your hands are clasped. You're going to flip your palms forward and really stretch those fingers out. Let's bring our palms up overhead, hands up overhead. Get really tall. Take a deep inhale through your nose and an exhale, lean to your left. Really trying to press that right hip down. Inhale back to center. Lean to your right. Pressing the left hip down. Come back to center. One more time. Let's lean to the left. Come back to center and lean to the right. Come back to center. Now release your hands. Your arms are still in the air. Thumbs come to the inside of your palms. Gently clasp your fingers over your thumbs and slowly circle your wrists as you come down. And take your hands to the tops of your thighs and scoot a little bit forward in your chair so you have some space at the back of your chair. We're going to do a few cat-cows here. So feet are about hip distance apart. You're going to inhale. When I inhale, I like to pull my elbows back, really squeeze your shoulder blades together on your back. And on your exhale, you round in, really press your back towards the back of the chair. Round in as if there's a big ball you're trying to roll over. Inhale, elbows back, shoulder blades together, heart rises towards the sky. Exhale, round in. Really pressing your back towards the back of your chair. Inhale, heart to the sky, a little back bend, shoulder blades together. Really squeeze them. Exhale, round in. Inhale, shoulders back, elbows back, heart to the sky. Exhale, round in. And then let's take your hands and let your hands follow your shins all the way to the earth as you rest your torso on your thighs. Let your head drape down and breathe. Just feel the weight of your head. Imagine it stretching out the back of your neck, helping to release any tension in those muscles. Make sure you're breathing deeply and fully. You should feel your belly pressing into your thighs as you inhale. As you exhale, you'll feel your belly recede into your body. Keep your inhales and exhales even. Bring your hands to your knees. Press yourself back up to seated. Take your arms out to the side. And I'm going to offer two hand positions here. One, you can have your hands, palms facing down. Others, palms facing up. So you decide which feels more comfortable on your shoulders. Now, if this is difficult for your shoulders, you can also keep your hands on your waist, or you can cross your arms here. We're going to do a little twisting. So this is going to be a little harder if your arms are out. So you decide which arm position you'd like. Make sure that your feet are a little bit wider than your hips so that you have a stable base. We're going to turn elbows. You're trying to keep your arms in alignment together. So you're turning to the left, and then you're going to come back to center, turn to the right, come back to center. Now, when you're turning, notice when I turn to the left, I'm pressing my right foot down to help me stay stable. So I'm really pressing into that right foot to help with that turn to the left. Then I release that, come back to center. I'm pressing into my left foot, turning to my right. Coming back to center one more time, turning to the left. You can, if your arms are tired, you can change that arm position. You go wherever you need those arms to be, come back to center, turn to the right. Come back to center and release your arms. Now let's circle our shoulders to the back. Make sure you're breathing. And circle them forward to release any tension we built up. And bring your hands back to your thighs. And we're going to work a little bit now on our feet. So we started top down. We've come to our torso. Now we're going to come bottom up to just make sure we've loosened up our whole body. So let's press into your right toes. You're lifting your right heel. Left foot stays flat. Now we're going to switch. I'm pressing into my left toes. My left heel is up. My right foot is flat. Really press down. Really. In fact, if you want to even give more, you can give a little pressure with your hands. Then change. Press into your right foot. Heel is up, toes are really pressing, left foot is flat. Bring your right heel down, press into your left toes, your left heel comes up. One more time each side, press into your right toes, your right heel is up, left foot is flat. Press into your left toes, right heel is down, left heel is up. And then bring both feet to the earth. Let's stretch our right foot out so it's nice and straight. You're pressing your heel into the ground and isometrically drawing that hip into your leg into your hip joint. So foot is flexed, you're getting really tall there. And then you're going to take your hands to your hips, hinging at the hips, just leaning forward until you feel a nice stretch somewhere in the back of your leg. Depending on where your tightness is, you're going to feel it. Some people feel more in their calf, others might feel it in their hamstring. Once you find that sensation, then you can let your body relax. Let your hands rest either on that bent thigh or if you can reach the earth. But I want your hands grounding down on your legs or on the earth or on blocks, whatever you have available. I don't want you just floating there. Don't stress your back out, because we're really working that leg. So we're trying to find some ease and effort in the pose. The effort in this pose is through the right leg. The ease should be in the rest of your body as you breathe. Now take your hands to your hips with a flat back. Bring yourself back up to seated, and then let's circle our foot to the right. Really being slow and mindful about that. And then circle it to the left. And let's point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Then keeping that heel pressed into the earth, I want you to drag the heel back. So you're pressing the heel into the earth, and then you're just slowly bringing that heel back towards your left foot. And then let that foot go flat, and then we'll change legs. So you're going to take that left leg out, and we're going to get really tall through our torso, hands on your hips. With a flat back, you're hinging forward till you feel that stretch in the back of your leg, wherever that stretch is perfect for you. Once you feel that stretch, then let your body relax down. Let your hands ground down, whether it's on the straight leg, on the bent leg, on the earth, on blocks. Just make sure you're grounding, keeping that foot flexed. Make sure you're breathing. It's always nice to wake our hamstrings up in the morning. Now take your hands to your hips with a flat back. You're going to press yourself back up to seated. And now we're going to point and flex. That leg is still outstretched. Point and flex. Point and flex. Point and flex. And then circle to the outside. And then circle to the inside. And keeping your foot pressing, keeping that heel pressing into the earth, you're going to drag that heel along the earth and bring that foot back to its home position under your knee. And yoga is not only stretching, we also like to work on strength and trying to develop muscles. So if you have a block, if you don't, that's fine. You don't need a block. It's mostly for a visual, and it gives you something to pop over. So if you had a block, you might have your strap you just put down here. If you don't have it, you don't have to worry about it though, because you can just imagine. What we're going to do is we're going to take this leg over the strap, and we're going to go back and forth a few times. This is going to help develop your hip flexors, which can get really weak because we do a lot of sitting and we don't do a lot of exercises that actually help them develop. So what you're going to do is you're going to start with your foot on the outside. So you might be sitting here straight. If you don't have a strap or something visual that you can use, just imagine a line on the floor. You're going to lift that right leg up. You're going to come over as wide as you can go. So you're making a nice big angle. Some people can go 90 degrees. That's a little uncomfortable. You do the angle that's right for you. And take a deep inhale, lift that leg up, bring it back down. Let's do that again. Bring that leg up, come over to the outside, press that foot down, keeping your torso erect this whole time. I don't want you rounding in. So I want you to really work on just lifting that leg up and coming back. If you find yourself scooting over, you can, as a reminder and just to help you stay upright, take your hands to your left leg, press into that leg as you bring that right leg up and over. Just as a nice reminder to help you keep that torso nice and erect. Then we're going to lift that right leg up, come back, do that a few more times. Right leg up and over. You go as high as you can go. So you don't really need the prop. The prop is just a visual to remind you to lift up. Everyone's going to have a different height. Then you lift up and come back. One more time, let's lift that leg. This is also really good at working your lower abdomen. Lift up. You might notice that your abs are engaging as you do this, and come back, and then let's switch sides. So if you have a prop of some type, you can move that prop. Just goes to the outside of your left foot. And again, you might find it helpful to remind you to sit upright. If you take your hands to your right leg that stays bent, you're going to lift that left leg as high as you can, bring it out to the side. Take your breath, lift the leg back up, and come back. A lot of times people want to do this really fast, but it's really good to do this slowly because it helps you really work on developing those muscles. So lift up again, come over to the left, wide as you can, and make sure it's comfortable. You don't want to create any cramping. Then lift that leg up and come back. Let's lift that left leg up, out to the side as wide as you can go. Then lift that leg up and come back. Remember, keep upright, keep that torso engaged, lift that leg up. It is summertime. I know you're out there in your bathing suits looking all buff. So you want to keep those tummies engaged. Come back. One more time, lift up and over. Then lift up and come back. And then if you have a prop, you can move it. Let's just open our legs up a little bit and then just rock your knees back and forth to loosen any tension we might have created in those hip flexors. And then come back to center. I'm going to suggest you turn a little bit on your chair so that your left leg is supported, your left thigh is supported by your chair. You want your right hip to come off the chair and you're going to extend your right leg. I want to make sure you should feel stable in this position though. If you're feeling off balance, you shift around until you feel like you have a nice stable position. We want our right foot flat if you're able to do that. So you're trying to press the outside of your right foot down. Left foot should be touching the earth. So if you're a shorty, make sure you have a block or something under that foot, or you're scooted far enough forward that your foot can touch the ground. We're going to inhale our arms out to warrior position. But we're going to do a little dynamic movement here. So we're going to take our left arm up for reverse warrior. Our right arm is going to scoop under. And we're going to lean over to our right. Then we're going to inhale back to center. Arms come straight. The left arm scoops under, right arm goes overhead. We turn to our left here, or we lean over to the left. Inhale back to warrior position. Right arm goes overhead, left arm scoops under. We just hold it for a breath or two. Inhale back to warrior. Left arm scoops under, right arm goes forward. Come back to warrior. Now this time we're gonna hold the pose a little bit. So you can take your right arm down to that right stretch leg. Left arm comes over, really reach, sparkle those fingers, move them, really stretch, make that the biggest stretch you've had. You should feel a stretch throughout all your little muscles. Inhale back up to center. Take your left forearm to your left thigh. Stretch that right arm overhead. Twinkle those fingers, really feel that stretch from those twinkly fingers down to your planted toes on that left side. I'm sorry, right side. Sometimes the sides get a little confusing. Inhale back to center, bring your arms down, bring that leg in, and then we're gonna switch sides. So now you're gonna turn to the other side. So right leg. Now, if you say you already did the right leg, remember we have two legs, so the directions will be the same other than right and left. So make sure that your right thigh feels planted and secure. Your left hip is off the chair. Left foot is planted, leg is straight. You're trying to press down through the outside of your left foot. Arms are extended. And again, we're going to go into that dynamic movement. So we're going to take our right arm up overhead, left arm scoops under, really stretch. Inhale back to center. Got that warrior position. Take our right arm under, left arm reaches overhead, sparkle those fingers and stretch. Inhale back to center. Left arm under, right arm overhead. Really stretch. You feel some nice muscle movement throughout your whole body here. Inhale back to center. Right arm scoops under, left arm overhead, stretch. Trying to create a straight line between your fingers and your straight foot. Come back to center one more time. Scoop that left arm under, right arm overhead. Come back to center. Right arm under, left arm overhead. Come back to center. This time we're going to hold it. So left arm down along that straight leg. Right arm overhead. Sparkle and move those fingers. Feel the muscles moving throughout your whole body. You breathe. Inhale back to center. Take your right forearm down to your right thigh. Left arm stretches and reaches. Breathe. Sparkle the fingers. Make sure they're awake. They know they're part of this movement too. Inhale back up to center. I like to hang on to my chair just to help me get back into a stable position. This time we're going to keep our legs open. So we're going to have goddess legs. And we're going to take our right shoulder towards our left knee. So it's not going to reach your knee, but we're going to take it towards it. Hands are supporting you on your thighs. Legs, feet are in alignment with your knees. So don't be too far out or too far in. You want your knees to track down through the middle of your feet. We're going to take our right shoulder. We're going to lean towards our left side, really pushing against the inside of our right thigh, pushing away to help get that nice stretch through the side body. And breathe. And inhale back up to center. And then we're going to take our left shoulder towards our right knee. And breathe. Come back to center. Right shoulder towards your left knee. Come back to center. Left shoulder towards your right knee. Come back to center. Right shoulder to your left knee. Come back to center. And left shoulder towards your right knee. Come back to center. And then let's take a breather here. And why we're taking a little breather, because we're going to expand on the same movement. We're going to extend our arms out. So let's just circle again. Circle our torso, release any tension you might feel building up in their side body from these stretches. And then circle to the other direction. So this time you're going to try to go a little lower in this stretch. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your right arm, we're going to take the right arm out to the side. You're going to come forward. You're going to lean towards your left foot. See if you can touch the ground or touch your foot. You just go as low as is right for you. Really reach. Then you're going to come back up. Arm can come up, lead with your elbow, and then you're going to reach to the right as if you're flicking confetti out to the right. Then you're going to bring this right arm back. You're going to come down to the ground as if you're reaching into a box of confetti. You're going to come back up. You can have that like a tight fist coming, and then you can release those fingers so that you're releasing that confetti. Bring that straight arm back, come back to the ground. You're grabbing some more confetti. Grab that handful, bring up your elbow, bring that elbow back, and then reach that arm out and throw that confetti. And then come back to center. And so let's do that movement on the other side. You start with that left arm extended to the left. Straight arm, you bring it down towards the right foot. You're grabbing that confetti, you bring it up, you lead with your elbow, come back up and release that confetti. Come back to center, bring that right arm down, left arm down towards the right foot, grab that confetti, bend that elbow, bleed with that elbow coming back up. Release that hand, release this confetti. One more time, come back to center, reach that arm down into that bucket of confetti. You grab a handful, lead with your elbow as you come up, and then release that confetti, come back to center, and bring your arm down. And then let's just do a circle again. Make sure you're breathing. In your yoga practice, your breath is the most important part of it. And so come back in the other direction. And then release that. Then we're going to heel toe our feet back and forth. So right now your feet are pointing away from you. They should be pointing to the sides or the corners of your room. You're going to bring your toes in. So your knees will come in too when you do this. Now you're going to bring your heels in and your knees will go out. Toes in. I made big steps, so I'm back to, I also have big feet, so I'm back to center quickly. You may need one or more of those steps. You decide what works for you. Now let's go out. You go heels out, so your knees are coming in. Toes out, your knees go out. Heels out, your knees come in. Toes out, your knees go out. If you have one more movement in you go heels out, knees come in, toes out. Whoa, that was pretty wide for me. That's as far as I can go. And then we're going to come in, toes in, knees come in, heels in, knees go out. Toes in, knees come in, heels in, knees go out. Toes in, knees come in. And we'll do this one more time. So heels out, knees are in, toes out, knees are out. Heels out, knees are in, toes out, knees go out. Heels out, knees go in, toes out, knees go out. And then let's come back. Toes in, knees come in, heels in, knees go out. Toes in, knees go in, heels in, knees go out. Toes in, knees go in. And then let's take a child's pose here because we've been pretty active so far. We still have a lot of class to go, so let's get really tall through our torso. Arms up to the sky. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose. You're going to lean forward at the hips. You're going to lean forward. Let your arms come down and rest. Let your head relax and breathe. And again, while you're here, I want you to feel the weight of your head pulling on your neck and shoulders to help relax them. The weight of your arms as they release towards the earth, but make sure your hands are touching something. So if they don't reach the earth, let them reach your legs or your feet, or even if they hold each other, and breathe. Now bring your hands to your knees with a flat back. So bring your head up, back is flat. You're gonna press yourself back up to seated, a little engagement in your core, and breathe. And now we're gonna, again, work on some strength. So we're gonna work on developing each leg's strength at a time. And there's two ways you can do this. If you have a block, you can take the block under your right foot. If you don't have a block, I'm gonna show you another option. So you either have a block under your right foot. If you don't have a block, you just take that right foot forward. We're not going to come out of our chair, but we're going to act as if we're going to come out of our chair. The reason our right leg is on the block or a little bit forward is because we're going to use our left leg to propel us up, even though we're not going to really rise. So I'm going to show it to you from the front, and then I'll turn sideways just so you can see it, and then we can do it together. So just as a demonstration, I'm going to inhale forward, come back, and then come back. So I'm just lifting my bottom a tiny bit. You may not even lift your bottom, but I'm really pressing into that left foot while I do this. So you'll see it from the side. So I'll do it both with the block. So you can see without the block, my right leg is extended forward. It's really not coming into play. So my left foot is pressing into the earth. I'm going to inhale, press, lean forward, press into my foot, and then come back. The further forward you lean, the more energy you're going to be using. But make sure that you're not falling out of your chair. If you have the block here, might make it a little more stable. You might feel a little more stable, but both ways are very stable. You just make sure that you're very safe when you're doing this, and you're not coming all the way up out of the chair. You're just lifting your bottom a little till you feel all those engagements. Muscle in your leg is engaging, your core is engaging. I'll do it without the block since many of you may not have a block. So we're going to do this 3 times on the left side, 3 times on the right side, and then we'll do it again. So, okay, right leg is extended, or you're on the block if you have the block. Get really tall through your torso. You're going to inhale, arms are forward. You press into that left leg as if you're coming up. So really tightening those muscles, and then you lean back. We'll take a breath here. Again, you're going to press into the left leg, tighten those muscles, lean forward as if you're coming up, and then come back. Release your arms, take a few breaths. You can smile here. Maybe it's hard, maybe it's not. Everyone has a different energy level, but if you really think about engaging that muscle. So before we start for this third one, let's tighten the muscle. You can tighten your glutes, tighten your leg, press into the earth, take those arms forward, reach forward as if you're coming out of the chair, and then relax. You can take that right leg back, and then we're going to switch legs. So left leg is forward, or it's on the block if you have the block, whichever works for you. I want you to think about tightening the glute in your right leg, tightening the muscles in your thigh. You're pressing into the earth. Arms are straight. You're leaning forward. Press and come up and come back. And breathe. Let's do that again. Really tighten all the muscles in your leg. Press into that right foot. Bring your arms forward. Press into the leg as if you're coming up. Relax back. Breathe. One more time. Press into that right leg as if you're coming up. Come back and breathe. You can bring that left foot in. Now we'll just do one more set of these because this can be pretty strenuous, but usually all of us have one side that's a little stronger than the other side. So this is a way to help the leg that's perhaps not as strong to develop itself more fully, because if we're always using both legs at the same time, our strongest leg is always going to be the one that's saying, hey, I'll help you, buddy, whereas this way we're letting one of the legs, each leg work independently. So let's try this again. Right leg goes out forward. Left leg, you're going to tighten all those muscles, press into the left foot. Left foot, arms come up, lean forward, press, and then come back. Breathe. Make sure you're mindful about this. So you're going to, again, tighten all the muscles, arms come up, press into that foot, rise a little bit, come back, and breathe. One more time, press into that leg, bring all your muscles engaged, come forward, relax, and breathe. Pull that right leg in. Let's do the left side now. So straighten, extend that left leg or put it on the block. Now you're going to tighten all the muscles in your right leg. Arms come forward, press into that right leg, come back, and breathe. Let's try that again. You're tightening all those muscles, you're pressing the leg, back is flat, reach those arms forward as if you're coming up. And breathe. And then one more time, press into that right leg as if you're going to stand up. Bring those arms forward, press. Breathe and relax and bring both legs in. Now, just to challenge ourselves, let's do it with both legs together, just one time for maybe a count of 5 to 7. You decide however long you can do it. So what we're going to do, if you have a block, you can use a block. It's kind of nice feedback to your body to squeeze it. If you don't have a block, you just try to tighten all those muscles in your legs. But the block helps you to squeeze. So you know you're tightening the muscles, because if you're not, the block is just going to fall down. So if you have a block, fine. If you have a blanket even, you can put a blanket in there or a pillow. You're going to press into the earth. You're really feeling all these muscles tighten. Your glutes are tightening. Your core is tightening. Bringing those arms forward. You're going to, as if you're coming up for 1, 2, 3. You might be pulsing, coming up and down out of that chair. 4, 5, 6, 7, and then relax. Give yourself a little applause. We did a lot of energy. That was a lot of strength work right there that we were working on. And then let's relax for a minute. So now we're going to stretch out the hip flexor, because we've done some strengthening here. So now we want to try to let that lengthen and expand. So you're going to turn to the left on your chair. Make sure you have room. I like to have a blanket under my foot just because my foot is sensitive. So I always suggest you try to make these, the comfortable part of the pose as comfortable as you can for yourself, because we all work hard on the rest of the pose. You're going to have your right hip off the chair. Your left leg is supported by the chair. I like to hang on to the back of the chair. Let that right leg just come down towards the earth. If you can turn your toes under, that's fine. If you can't, you can be on the top of your foot. That's fine too. Because that's a nice stretch for the top of your ankle, which doesn't get stretched very much. So find that right position for you. Once you're in the position, we're going to make this a dynamic movement. So you're going to press back through that right heel. You can hang on to the chair. So you press back as far as you can, and then you're going to release it. And let's try that again. You're going to press back as far as you can. Really stretch, stretch, stretch through that foot. And then release it. Now, this may be, some of you say, this is as far as I can go because that hip flexor is really tight, and that's fine. You just really press back as far as you can. And it might be here, and that's great. One more time, press back as far as you can go. Release it. Now, this time we are going to hold it for a count of 7. So this time you're going to press back as far as you can go, and we'll hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that leg. Bring that right leg to meet your left. We're still facing to the left side of the chair. You're going to twist using the back of your chair to hang on to. So use that back of the chair as leverage to twist. And as you inhale, imagine that you're twisting a little more. And every exhale, imagine you're twisting a little more. Every inhale, imagine that you're growing a little taller. So your inhale, you're getting taller. Exhale, you're twisting a little more. You may not be physically doing it, you're just imagining that you're doing it. Most of us, when we twist, we're really at the most we can twist. Breathe. Maybe have a little smile on your face. Relax any tightness in your jaw. And then untwist. And then let's bring ourselves around to the other side. So now you're going to face to the right side of your chair. If you had any props you were using, now's the time to move those. Again, I'm going to make sure that my right thigh is planted on the chair. My left hip's going to be off the chair. And I'm going to let that left knee just drape down at first, just to relax and stretch that hip flexor. So your hip flexor is here. And then once you feel like it's stretched or relaxed some, you can curl those toes under and stretch back as far as you can go. Really press through that heel. Make sure you're breathing. And then release. And then let's do that again. You're going to really think about pressing through that back, that left heel. You're extending that leg as far as you can go, keeping that body upright, that torso's engaged. Really reach with that left heel and then relax. Breathe. Let's do that again. Really release. Reach with that left heel. Breathe. Smile. Relax. And then this time we're going to hold it for a count of 7. So you're going to reach back and we're going to hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that knee. Bring that knee up to meet your other knee. We're still facing towards the right side of the chair, and you're going to turn towards the back of your chair. Grab the back of your chair with both hands. And again, every inhale, imagine you're growing a little taller. And every exhale, imagine that you are twisting a little more. Your inhales, you're getting taller. And your exhales, you're twisting a little more. Inhale, you get a little taller. Exhales, you're twisting a little more. And then you're going to release that twist. Come back to center. Let's take our right arm up in the air. So reach that right arm really high. Let that right hand come behind you. Now you're going to, everyone's elbow and shoulder movement's going to be a little different. You're going to take your left hand, reach for that right elbow, and you're going to pull on that right elbow, trying to pull it back. So you can see from the side, I'm trying to pull this back and help my arm go further down my back. So it's just a nice stretch for the front of for this part of your arm, the underneath part of your upper arm. And you can release that and switch sides. You're going to let your left arm get really tall, bend that left elbow, take the right hand to it and really stretch and pull it. And breathe. And then release both arms, bring your hands down. And then let's take our left hand to our right shoulder, our right hand to our left shoulder. So your right hand, notice your right arm is going to be on top. You're going to make sure that you feel you have a stable base. So your feet are perhaps hip distance apart, maybe a tiny bit wider. You're going to inhale, bring your elbows up, take a little back bend, and exhale, we're rounding in. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, round in. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, round in. Release your arms and let's circle our shoulders towards the back. Circle them towards the front. And then we're going to do this with the opposite arm on top. So first you start right arm on your left shoulder, then your left arm goes to your right shoulder. So now you have the opposite arm should be on top. And again, we're going to do that cat-cow movement. So you're going to inhale, elbows up to the sky, little back bend. Exhale, round in. Inhale, elbows to the sky, little back bend. Exhale, round in. Inhale, elbows to the sky, a little back bend. Exhale, round in. Last time. Inhale, elbows to the sky, a little back bend. Exhale, round in. Bring yourself back to an upright position. Let's hug our right knee into our body, give it a little hug. Take that right ankle over your left knee. And not everyone can get their right ankle over their left knee. And so if that's not a possibility, if you do have blocks, you can always use those blocks and bring that foot up this way. Or if you have an extra chair, or if you have a step stool, anything. But if you have nothing to elevate it, you can just keep that foot on the floor and let this leg open up to the side. So once we're here, whether you're on the floor or your right ankle is over your left knee, let's pat your right hip. So I'm just patting it as if I would a baby, when you're holding a baby or holding a child and you're soothing it and you're just gently patting it. So we're just gently patting our hip to help those muscles relax and accept this opening that we're going to try to create. So our muscles, to protect us, when they sense us doing something we don't usually do with our body, they tighten up. So if you pat your muscles, if you massage them, even just circling, if you don't like patting, you can circle it. All these movements are soothing movements, and you can tell when you have a baby, sometimes you pat, sometimes you rub their back, and it's all very soothing. So we're trying to soothe those muscles, soothe the muscles so they'll relax and allow us to move into this pose. So we're going to keep our right foot flexed. That's the foot that's in the air. Left foot is pressing against the earth. You're going to get really tall through your torso. And then you're hinging forward with a flat back until you start to feel a stretching sensation in that hip. Once you feel as much sensation as you want to feel, then you can let yourself relax and let your head relax down. And we're going to hold this for about 45 seconds. So I'm going to start counting when we hit at about 20. I want you to just breathe. Notice the sound of your breath. If you feel any tension in your jaw, try to relax your jaw. Try to create a little space between your teeth. And if you're having trouble doing that, you can take the tip of your tongue and put it against the roof of your mouth. And we'll hold this for another 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With a flat back, bring yourself back up to seated. Draw that right knee in, give it a little hug. Let's circle it to the outside. And then circle it to the inside. And bring that foot down, and you're going to switch sides. So you're going to draw that left knee in, give it a little hug. Take that left ankle over your right knee. Again, we're going to either pat, or you can just gently massage the side of your hip, whichever you prefer. Try to help those muscles relax. Breathe. Then you're going to get really tall through your torso. Keep that left foot flexed, get tall. You're hinging at the hip till you come forward as much as you feel that opening sensation in your hip. And once you feel that sensation, then you can let your head relax down. And remember, if it's not possible to lift your foot that high, you can always be on the earth and just folding forward here. The opening won't be as great, but you need to honor your body. Some people have had hip replacements, some people have had knee replacements, and they may not have this mobility. And again, we'll hold this for about 45 seconds, and I'll start counting down at about 20 seconds. Make sure you're breathing. Try to smile. Enjoy the pose. Find the ease and the effort. Let your shoulders relax. Jaws relaxed. The space around your eye is relaxed. For 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And with a flat back, press yourself back up to seated. Draw that left knee in, give it a little hug. Thank it for the work it did. Circle to the outside. Whoop. Circle to the inside. And bring that foot down. And then let's go into butterfly pose. And so butterfly pose, if you have no props, you just come to the outside of your feet, knees are open, you're sitting tall and erect, your hands can be on your knees, shoulders are relaxed, and you're breathing. If you have blocks and you'd like it to be a little more challenging, you can bring your feet up onto some blocks, or if you have an extra chair in front of you, or you have a step stool, you might find that's a little more challenging. If any of you are really flexible, you can bring your feet up to the chair and do that on the chair, depending on how wide of a chair you have. So you find that right position for you. And we're just going to hold this for about 45 seconds. So become comfortable. You are sitting away from the back of your chair, so you're trying to engage your core here to help you stay upright. Shoulders are relaxed and down, but there's a little engagement. There's a slight engagement so that you feel your back is engaged and the shoulder blades on your back are pulling together like bird wings or angel wings. And you breathe. For 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take your hands to the outside of your knees, bring them up closed, If you're on a prop, you can bring your feet down. And then let's take any props you had, put them to the side. And then let's do a little neck stretch before we go to our last pose of Savasana. You're going to take your chin, you're going to turn towards your left shoulder and bring your chin down a little bit. And then perhaps extend your right arm or bring the right arm behind your back. You decide where you feel a little more stretch or what stretch is most comfortable for you. So this is just a little stretch. And breathe. And then bring your chin back to center. You can release that arm position. Then you're going to take your chin towards your right shoulder and down a little bit. You feel a nice stretch in the back of your neck. You might feel it in your shoulder too. Then experiment with reaching that left arm out to the side. See if you feel a little more stretch. Maybe you need to take it back, your arm back a little bit, or you can take your arm behind your back, whatever feels best for you. And breathe. And bring your chin up, come back to center, release your arms. Let's just take our chin down to our chest, come back to center, bring it upright, come back to center. Let's turn to your left, bring your chin down a little bit, come up, come back to center, take your chin to your right, come down a little towards your chest, come back up, come back to center. Let's circle our shoulders towards the back, shoulders towards the front. And now let's make yourself comfortable for our last pose of Shavasana, and we'll do just a brief body scan. So if you like to cover yourself up, or if you go to the earth or your couch, whatever you want to do. If you're in your chair, make yourself comfortable, lean against the back of your chair. I like to have my arms supported, so if you have a pillow or even the block, sometimes it's nice to have your arms supported up. And close your eyes. And start at your skull. Start at the top of your head. See if you can sense any tension in your scalp. And visualize that tension just melting away as it drains through your body and out through the earth. And then bring your attention to your area around your eyes. Try to see if you can create any sense of relaxation if you feel tension there. Any tension around your nose, your jawline. Sometimes it helps if you move your jaw a little bit. Try to release that tension. And imagine all that tension releasing towards the earth. Notice your neck and your shoulders, the back of your head. If you feel any tension, just imagine it melting away and draining down into the earth. Any tension in your front of your torso, the back of your torso, your hips. Feel that just draining through the earth. Your shoulders, your thighs, your calves, your feet. Feel the heaviness of your body as it rests. And now imagine that body is getting very light. And you can almost feel it rising away. Start to bring yourself back, moving your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Sit a little more upright in your chair. If you're on the earth, you can stay on the earth. Let's inhale, bring our arms up overhead. Take a loud and inhale through your nose, loud exhale through your mouth. Palms together, thread them down through heart center. Thank you for joining me in your yoga practice today. The light in me honors and reflects that light that shines so bright in each of you. Namaste.